Maurice and I work for PBM.
I'm Matt, I'm with SureGrip. We're gonna clean some floors.
Let's go, Matt.
Cleaning the front of house floors is a very important task and one that should not be taken lightly. Keep in mind that clean floors are an essential part of floor safety. This video will give you all the information needed to get the job done right. Before we get started, let's go over what tools we'll need. A clean mop bucket that rolls smoothly, a clean microfiber mop head that is in good condition along with a solid mop stick, a dual surface deck brush and handle, a broom and a dustpan, and wet floor signs. If these tools are not readily available or if they are not in good shape, please let your supervisor or the GM know. He or she will make sure that you have the tools you need.
Bad mop, bad bucket.
First, we'll fill a mop bucket about 3/4 full of SureGrip Daily Cleaner. Always use a dispenser like this one to ensure that it is mixed correctly. If the dispenser is broken or if the SureGrip jug is empty, let your supervisor know. SureGrip's 1-800 number is on the dispenser as well as on the SureGrip jug. Never use another water source along with a SureGrip dispenser. This will only dilute the product and it may not perform as it should. If you have to use SureGrip without a dispenser, simply measure out 3 ounces for every gallon of mop water.
Matt, why is SureGrip so important?
Great question. Well, in a restaurant setting such as this, you're gonna want a floor cleaner that's gonna break down grease and oil. SureGrip does just that. It's also alkaline free, so it won't leave behind any slippery residue. The combination makes SureGrip the perfect floor cleaner to have safe and clean floors if it's done properly. You ready to get started?
Let's go.
All right. First thing we're going to want to do is stack the chairs so we have a clear area to work with.
Next, sweep the floors, taking care to get the debris along the edges, in the corners, and under tables. Always place wet floor signs in conspicuous areas. This will warn others that the floors may be slippery and will also keep them from tracking up the clean, wet floors.
We're going to start by cleaning areas furthest from the kitchen because they're less dirty. First thing I'm going to do is wring the mop out with medium pressure.
When mopping floors, it's very important to take your time and overlap your mop strokes. Make a figure-8 pattern while mopping. Each stroke should overlap the previous. Flip your mop head over from time to time so you're always using a clean side. Don't forget the corners and edges. Redip your mop head regularly so that the emulsified contaminants you have mopped up can be released back into the bucket. Now proceed by mopping all areas that only require regular mopping. When the cleaning solution in your mop bucket becomes visibly dirty, it's time to dump the bucket and refill it with fresh solution. If you do not change out the cleaning solution when it becomes dirty, you're merely spreading the contaminants you have just mopped up throughout the restaurant.
Maurice, this area coming out of the kitchen here is called a transition area. It gets a lot more dirty, so it's going to require some heavy cleaning.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Transitional areas are the areas that connect the kitchen with the front of the house. This is where a lot of the contaminants from the kitchen get tracked off, and it's very important to use the heavy cleaning method in these areas every day. When dipping your mop, leave it wet and apply more cleaning solution to the floor. Now, let the cleaning solution sit for a moment, usually between 30 seconds and 1 minute. The longer you let it sit, the more time it has to interact with the contaminants and break them down so that they can be mopped up and removed from the floor. This is especially important when removing grease and oil. After the cleaning solution has had a chance to start breaking down the contaminants, add a little agitation. This could be done by scrub mopping or by using a deck brush. You will notice immediately that when using this enhanced method of cleaning, the cleaning solution will become very dirty. This is a good thing. It means that you're breaking down the contaminants. Remember, it is imperative that you change your mop water out multiple times through the cleaning process. If you do not change out the solution, you're merely spreading the emulsified contaminants throughout the restaurant. Now wring out your mop tightly and mop up the dirty solution. You may have to do this multiple times in order to remove all of the emulsified contaminants. You should always leave your equipment in good condition so that it is ready for use for the next person. Never leave your mop in the bottom of the bucket because it will sour and make the restaurant smell bad. So let's recap. Make sure when sweeping to get the corners, edges, and around table legs. Always place wet floor signs in conspicuous places before mopping. Take your time. Overlap your mop strokes using a figure-8 pattern. Use heavy cleaning method for problem areas, especially the transitional areas. Clean up your mop and bucket after you're finished. Thank you, and remember that clean floors are safe floors.
Thanks, Maurice. Great job.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate the help.